Here we go! We're done with the Johto gym leaders, so it's time to get started on the Kanto gym leaders. And I don't know if you noticed, but all the Johto ones were on the left side of the room, whereas all the Kanto ones are on the right side of the room. I think that was a pretty cool touch, if I just say so myself. Anyway, we're starting out with Lapras versus Golem. Spoilers! Lapras wins! I mean, come on! Well, at least, I guess I shouldn't complain because he at least evolved that Graveler of his. Good lord, that first team sucked! Rampardos! I'm gonna keep, I'm gonna keep Lapras in because if there's one thing Rampardos is known for, it's being slow as fuck. It's also rather frail, so it's going to be a pretty easy one-hit KO as well, I expect, even though Lapras' offensive stats aren't all that hot. There we go. Rampardos goes down. Onix! He still hasn't evolved his Onix, and it's his ace on top of that. Holy crap. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! OP Stealth Rock, man! Okay, at least I'm going to one-hit KO it, and from here on out, I guess Lapras won't be doing too much, especially considering, well, it's not like I had any intention of sending it back, because the remainder of Brock's team is a trio of Water Rocks. We got the Relicanth going first, so that's why I'm sending Raikou. Raikou's going to be able to take care of all three of them, but seriously, why 3 Water Rocks? I mean, sure, Rock isn't as varied as stuff like, for example, Water in terms of secondary typings, but 3 Water Rocks? Are you serious? How about putting a little variety, making you, I don't know, a bit harder to kill, maybe? I don't know. It's almost like they're doing it on purpose, you know, making Brock the worst gym leader of all time, you know, with his original team in Red, Blue, and Yellow being a Geodude and an Onix, things that you can find in like 5 minutes in caves, and then after that you get to the sequels, and then he's got a crap ton of Pokemon that share the same typing. It used to be 3 Ground Rocks and 2 Water Rocks. Now you got 2 Ground Rocks, 1 Mono Rock, and 3 Water Rocks. How about putting, I don't know, while we're on the subject of fossils, I don't know, Cradily, Armaldo, Bastiodon, maybe? I was about to say Archeops, but it didn't exist at the time, so that's that. Anyway, Raikou wiped the floor with that trio of Water Rocks, as expected, so that was just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Next up, hopefully we're going to have a more interesting battle, because we're facing Misty, the Water-type trainer, and the Water-type, as I said multiple times, it is stacked with good Pokemon and all kinds of interesting secondary typings, so this could actually be an interesting fight. And she actually leads with her ace for one. Level 60 Starmie, so let's see, is Raikou going to be able to go first? There we go. Starmie is actually quite fast, so that's why I wasn't entirely sure of that. But it should be the one-hit KO at this point. There we go. So, yeah, that's already a big pain in the ass that's already been dealt with, because if you allow it to wreck your shit up, it will. Oh, great, Quagsire. I don't have a grass move on my team, so I guess I'm going to have to resort to the strongest thing I have, which is a Gengar. Okay, I wonder if it's going to be something like, you know, remember those late stages of the Emerald LP where I was faced with all those Whiscaches and I had no grass moves to hit them super effectively with, and they made my life hell, and okay, it doesn't even have Surf, it has Water Pulse, or Waterfall rather, would be a better idea. So why Water Pulse? Maybe the 20% chance of confusion, but that's just not worth it. Use Surf or Waterfall, man! Anyway, that full restore didn't do too much in the end except for just, you know, stalling for time, and special defense drop. Well, thanks for showing up now. I could have used it a little bit earlier, but oh well, at least I'm gonna have killed that thing without taking too much damage, and most of it will have been healed off by that Shell Bell anyway. So here we go, 154 HP left. Up next, Lantern. This is risky, but I'm going to send out Tyranitar. Because, well, Tyranitar, sure, it's slow, but Lantern isn't exactly a speed demon either. Its only decent stat is HP, in fact, which it has loads of. I don't think it's going to be able to survive that Earthquake, even with all that HP and no stab on the Earthquake, but let's see, maybe we'll get a surprise and I'm going to get my ass kicked by a super effective Surf or Hydro Pump or something. Nope, no surprises today. Lantern goes down. So, up next, we have... Oh yeah, great, I'm going to have to deal with my own Sandstorm now. Floatzel! So I'm going to send Raikou back in, obviously, since it's the best choice. I guess I could use Lapras, but, in order to, wall it with Water Absorb and resistances and such, but, why do that when I can just as well go for the easy one-hit KO with Raikou? So, Floatzel should be going down anytime soon. Here we go. So that means there are only 2 other Pokemon left, and the first one will be... Milotic! Oh, great! Just what I needed! A freaking Milotic! At least I don't think it's as dangerous as Cynthia's. Doesn't have Mirror Coat, I believe, so I'm just going to have to contend with its insane Special Bulk and Hydro Pump! Oh god! That is gonna hurt! Okay, 72 damage. That's cool, that's okay. And, oh man, Sandstorm is just gonna fall short of killing it, and now I'm gonna have to deal with another full restore. So, basically all this is doing is just racking up Sandstorm damage on me, but I don't think she's gonna be using more than one full restore on her Milotic, so it should be going down pretty easily next turn. So, Sandstorm once again gonna fall just barely short of killing it, but there we go. Thunderbolt takes that Milotic down, and yeah, it was much easier than I expected it to. I was expecting crazy shenanigans with recover and whatnot, but I'll be honest, I don't even remember what this Milotic has. I just know it doesn't have Mirror Coat. It's sort of the instinctive thing that I do whenever I see a Milotic in-game, ever since Cynthia. Does it have Mirror Coat? Anyway, last Pokemon is Lapras, and we all know how bulky that thing is from me using it in 2 LPs. It might survive, and it actually just barely does, but Paralysis kicks in. Not that it's going to change a whole lot, because I'm already much, much faster. Let me guess. Full restore. Is it going to be it? Yep. And there goes the paralysis axe. Oh well, it's not like it was a big loss anyway. The best thing I could hope for was the 25% chance that it wouldn't do anything, but considering that it's not even going to get to attack before I kill it, it's really not that big a deal. Oh, and now it goes down! So I had a low damage roll last turn, which is why it was allowed to live in the first place. Oh well, this is the nature of Pokemon. Lots of randomness, even down to damage rolls. So that's still one more down. Next up, we have Lieutenant Surge, the electric-type gym leader. And this is going to be a bit tough in our first matchup because, well, I'm pretty sure I can one-hit KO the Raichu he leads with my Tyranitar, but Raichu's main strength is its speed, so that means it's easily going to be getting one attack in, especially since, once again, it's another gym leader that leads with his Ace and Thunder Wave. This is exactly the one thing that I didn't want to see. Why not use, like, Thunderbolt or something? Oh, well, then again, why do I complain when the game's not challenging enough, and then I complain when it's actually somewhat challenging? Oh, well, You know what I'm gonna say? Challenge accepted. Let's see how far I can go with a paralyzed Tyranitar in this fight. Next up is Magnezone. I would be a fool to not keep that Tyranitar in. And... God fucking damn it. I hate when they do that! So, now that Magnezone has only 2 weaknesses left and I have no fighting moves on my team, it's time to bring out the big gun. No way! You have got to be shitting me! It predicts my Earthquake with Magnetize and then it starts using double team as I send in my ooh. Okay, Sacred Fire connects. Crisis averted. I think I was going to start crying if Sacred Fire missed and then it was going to start stacking on those double teams or something. Anyway, Magnezone goes down. And next up is Owie Sandstorm. Manectric! So I'm going to send in Tyranitar once again because the electric type only has 1 weakness and that's ground. And while I have 2 ground move users in Tyranitar and Hoo, I'm trying to not use Hoo too much since it's so far ahead in levels. Natural Gift. Okay, whatever that did, it only did 32 damage. I'm not exactly sure what that natural gift resulted into, but heck, I'm not exactly sure what natural gift even does because I tend to mix it up with nature power and secret power, that kind of move that never get used competitively. But it didn't change the fact that Manectric was easily one-hit KO'd. Oh, great, Electivire! This should be fun, especially if it has a fighting-type move. And it does! Cross Chop, which connects, unfortunately. Come on, Tyranitar, live! Live! Oh my god, 47 HP, just barely hangs on. Now I'm gonna have to deal with that beeping, sorry. But Electivire, once again, handily killed by Earthquake. Oh wow, Tyranitar survived that hit like a mouse. And, okay, up next, we got some leftovers healing, which should at least stop the beeping. Thank you. Electrode. Well, the paralysis isn't going to be doing much unless I'm fully paralyzed or something, because Electrode is one of the fastest Pokemon in the game, and it takes advantage of that to stack up on double teams. Come on, please, hit! Okay, good. Good. We're cool. We're cool. I've been pretty lucky so far that all those double teams ended up doing diddly squat. Then again, that paralysis really gives me no free passes. Tyranitar now up to level 66. I've been using it an awful lot in these Gym Leader rematches so far. And his final Pokemon is going to be... He's got a Pachirisu? That's not the kind of Pokemon I would expect a Warvet to use, but okay. Now, Discharge, not going to do too much because I'm already paralyzed, and... Oh, I'm a moron! Of course he has a Pachirisu! I was discussing that very Pachirisu with someone else in the comments to yesterday's video, so why did I forget about that already? Maybe because Pachirisu is so insignificant, which I just proved by, once again, killing it in one shot! So, that battle was actually a bit tricky, especially that Electivire, but I still managed to come out on top. So see you next time for some more Gym Leader rematches. Wait a minute, as a little extra, because I have some time left, I want to show you something. When you get inside the ruins of Alph and you open your radio, you probably already know about this, but if you fiddle around with this thing here, the cursor, eventually you'll get a mysterious transmission. Now, as I said before, you're probably already aware of it, but in case you weren't, then here you go. Nice little Easter egg the designers hid in.